Hello everyone, I made it, I'm back. I'm Tennille, your Cloth Nappy Doctor. I've just got home after a bit of one of those doctor's appointments. Thought I'd get in because it's about lunchtime. This is about the time everyone's checking your Facebook, checking out what's happening. So we're going to chat about all-in-two cloth nappies, because that one was wanted from yesterday's all-in-one cloth nappy style live video. So I thought I'd do all-in-two cloth nappies. What makes them really good, what makes them annoying for some, are they really as good as people say, or are they just the hype? So have a chat about that. But so if you're on and you see me, say hello. Share the video so your friends can know that there's something happening with all-in-two, because all-in-twos are really popular. So let's see if we can get people thinking about, do I really want this one? So share the video, say hello. But yesterday I showed you something I made. I showed you my bread. So I thought I'd show you something else I'm making. Where I get the time to do this stuff, I don't know. Hello, Amy. You love all-in-twos. Hi, Jamie Lee. So as many of you know, our apicali wool soakers I make. Hi, Ali. And I've had a break. I was just getting a little bit bored with the pattern, I'll be honest. It wasn't the colours or making them. I was just getting bored with the patterns, with the pattern. So I've been teaching myself to knit in the round. I am really 60 years older. I love to knit. So I've been teaching myself to knit in the round. I've made a couple of jumpers and a vest. I made myself a dress. I'm still not game enough to wear it, but I'm currently trying to make myself a boob tube. And this is my boob tube. Oh, it's upside down actually, it goes this way. That I'm trying to make. I don't think I can wear it as a boob tube. It's going to have some sort of straps. So that's what I'm currently making at the moment. I'm doing it because I enjoy knitting. 2, I don't get to the shops to buy stuff because of my darling girl. And I generally don't like shopping. So there you go. So we've got a couple of people on. Share it, say hello. All-in-two cloth nappies. All-in-two cloth nappies. Let's have a chat about what is an all-in-two cloth nappy, because there is some confusion. Particularly from some brands, as to what an actual all-in-two cloth nappy is. They like to say they're all-in-ones or all-in-twos. Ali, it is easier. When I actually tried knitting a soaker once in the round, it was huge. I knitted a jumper once, it was huge. I really stuffed up. I just made a different in the round. What was it? Oh, a vest, I think. It's huge. I sometimes really stuff up. And then sometimes I get it just right. But I've been teaching myself. So my next lot I'll finish my story. The next for the apicali soakers is to knit in the round. To get the pattern I've got is really good. Works really good for nappies, and I'm just going to alter it to knit in the round and see how we go. I bought some wool, so I've got to do it. So there you go. Anyway, all-in-two cloth nappies. For those starting out, an all-in-two cloth nappy is the cover. Where are we? And the insert. But the insert snaps in. It snaps in, it velcros in, it generally snaps in. Some I've seen velcro, that's an all-in-two. And generally you can pull it apart to wash it. This helps with drying time, because it's not all together. But if you saw the all-in-ones yesterday, they are now made to have the flaps. So really, it's about the same amount of drying time, depending on the brand, nappy materials, all that. Okay, so the all-in-ones that we looked at yesterday, where the absorbency is attached to the shell, it looks like an all-in-two. So why would you have the absorbency snap in and out? Because it gives you customization. It gives you a cloth nappy that you can customize to what you want. So the all-in-two is really the pre-fold this system modernised. Okay, difference is you don't have to do any folding or moving. The inserts are already contoured exactly to fit the nappy, and you snap them in and out. So there's a convenience to the all-in-two system, and that's why they're more expensive than pre-folds and covers. Look at that. So all-in-two. Now there's all different brands of all-in-two. There's so many different brands of all-in-two because it's very, very popular. The biggest questions we get are, can you reuse the cover? So I'll go through the most popular questions. Yes and no. Some brands are made so you can reuse the cover. Usually if it's got no sort of lining on it, you can reuse the cover. The Bummy's Duo Bright, but that's having an overhaul at the moment. That was a wipeable clean cover. I'm coming up to some others. You can reuse the cover, which means you buy more inserts. Now the beauty of all-in-twos, these inserts, and the one I'm holding up is a Funky Fluff, these inserts are generally half the price of the entire nappy system. Generally, if you're going to reuse your insert, your covers, you have 6 to 8 covers, one size, to your 24 inserts, okay? And you rotate your covers, so you have 2 covers throughout the day, you rotate. So Bub does a wee, it will dry. If it's just a light wee, if it's a little bit damp, it will dry. You're using this one 4 hours later, you leave this one to dry and you use this one. That's the idea. So I'll show you the Grovia system, and that's what that's based on. Now, some brands, it's harder to reuse the cover. Now, this one has a, Funky Fluff have a bamboo or a stay dry layer. You can reuse the cover if Bub's done a wee and you've caught it enough in time that it's not saturated this part. Alright, so you can just reuse, get a new insert, whack it in, off you go. You can do that. Alright, but make sure that this isn't wet. The ones that are wipeable, those ones you can reuse the covers and just buy all the inserts. Does that make sense? Yeah. For those who buy like the full nappy, alright, the entire nappy, I'm like, oh, I really want more, but I need more changes. You don't have to buy the entire nappy. These take a day to dry, these covers. So even if you put this whole thing in the wash and you wash it, at the end of the day, this one will be dry. This may take a bit longer. So, buy another insert while this one's drying, your cover's ready to go, and you've got your inserts. So the inserts are usually for half the price, so the nappy's 30 odd for Funky Fluff, the inserts are 15. There you go. So that's the beauty of all-in-twos, and that's how you can save your money. Then when you get more, you buy more pretty covers. I'm a bit practical. And because the absorbency comes out of the cover, you get a one size cover or a size cover. And with that cover, you can put it over night nappies, fitted nappies. If you have pre-folds, chuck your pre-folds in as well and use them. So if you all of a sudden run out of inserts, grab your pre-folds. So yeah, alrighty. Another thing you can do that many of the brands do, and I'll show you Grovia in a second, is you can upgrade your inserts. So Funky Fluff have their bamboo, standard bamboo inserts. You can upgrade and buy the insert to go with the cover to a bamboo hemp, which is more absorbent and a bit hardier. Alrighty, so Grovia, who everyone knows, alrighty, and he's back at Upper Carly. Yes. Okay, they have 2 covers, and this is another different system. So this one for Funky Fluff, it's not really designed to reuse the cover with changes. Grovia is. So they come in Velcro, and they come in Snap, And if you get sick of Velcro, you can convert these to snap. Perfect. So I'll play with this one. They're one size Grovia, and on the inside they have a netting over the PUL. Right? That just provides a barrier. It's soft, and the idea is that you can reuse the cover. They're inserts, and why they're unique. So this one is their no prep, which means it's a microfiber. You don't have to do all that washing to get the absorbency up like bamboo and hemp. The inserts are multiple layers, so this one's microfiber. Okay, they're not all sewn up, so it decreases drying time when you hang it up. But the back of them is PUL. So you've got double leakage protection with PUL here and PUL on the cover. And because of the structure of the insert, you get a double gusset here too. See that one? Get that gusset, which is usually a micro fleece, and this one. And then it's one size. Then with the Grovia system, again, you use 2 covers throughout the day, 3 if they do that huge punami and you've got to change. So that's why you have 6 to 8 covers ready and prepared. Bub's done their business, snap it out, that goes in the wash. This cover goes over to dry. Grab your other cover, grab your other insert. You can have it all snapped ready to go. Snap it in, off you go. And then they do the business. This one goes in the wash. You grab the one that was drying. That should be dry, not smelly. If it's smelly, add a third one to your rotation of covers. So it just gives it a bit longer. It depends on your weather, your bub. You know, you can suss it. And then put your insert in. Now, a lot of all-in-twos, the Close do 4 snaps. So when you look at your all-in-twos, look at what you got to do to put them together. Okay, is one thing. So Close is 4 snaps, and they keep changing how they snap them around. Grovia is 2 snaps, one at the front and one at the back. Little tip that a lot of people do. The fat end, the top end, so it's a bit fatter at the back. This fat end goes at the back. Alright, there's a tip for you. Funky Fluff is 1 snap to put in. So think about that. Do you want to be fiddling with snaps? Hi Kylie. Do you want to be fiddling with snaps? Do you want the Velcro to go in? Yeah. All-in-twos, it means a lot of the brands also, as I said, they do their extra inserts. So there's your bamboo and hemp. Grovia do their no prep microfiber and their organic cotton. So you can upgrade and choose your inserts. Now some all-in-two companies you got to buy the whole thing together, or you got to buy the cover and the insert. Okay, so if you buy the cover and the insert, it's generally so you can reuse the cover, or they're basically saying it's much quicker for the covers to dry. Alrighty. Now, a lot of companies, or some brands, I shouldn't say a lot, so some brands, and I know this one does sometimes, and I do sell this one, if it's not a pre-fold and the insert, so some pockets, I'll say you can use it as an all-into nappy. What they're saying really is instead of putting it in the pocket, you put it on top of the pocket, which is like a pre-fold and cover. I'm sure I could do this neater. So, is it an all-in-two? Well, it's not a pre-fold because the inserts for apple cheeks are not pre-folds. They're like a big booster. So, I don't know. I tend to say, yeah, you can use it as an all-in-two because people understand that concept. And when you say, pre-fold and cover, some new parents go, oh my God, no. All right. So, no, it's not. I don't think it's technically an all-in-two, but all-in-two is a good way of describing that insert on top and a cover. Okay, so if you see a company saying we're a pocket and an all-in-two, look to see if it has a snap in, if it snaps in, if the insert snaps in. If it doesn't snap in or Velcro in, then it's just a very large booster or however they've done their insert, because, you know, there's trifolds and boosters and, you know, really, we're just catching a wee at the end of the day. All right, it's a lay-in. There you go. Newborn is starting to become a little bit more popular with all-in-twos at the newborn stage, which I think is, there was lots of all-in-ones at the newborn stage, which we showed yesterday with the little Joeys and baby behinds. I think that's because parents have put it on, take it off, but I think we're getting smarter, much, much smarter. So we're seeing all-in-twos come with newborn nappies now, which is fabulous because it's like the pre-folds, which are quite normal, pre-folds and covers, that we generally use at the beginning. Now you can get the all-in-two. I see your question, Lee. I'll read it in a minute. Now you can get the all-in-two with newborn. Because they wee so little and they wee so often, you're hardly ever changing the cover. So you need more inserts. So it sort of makes sense. So the Funky Fluff, you get 2 inserts, and in those early days you can usually use one, snap it in, have 2 nappies, do the business, take that, put the other one in. There you go. Right. So you don't have to reuse the cover if you don't want to do that. And some parents are like, no, not doing that, I don't do that. No, I change the whole nappy. Fabulous. Your covers dry quicker. You can buy more inserts and save money. Unless you just love having the whole nappy, then do that. Or if you want to reuse the cover, just check out the lining. Okay, if this is saturated, particularly if it's a bamboo lining, it might be a bit hard to reuse the cover because it's not going to dry. All right. Lee asks, is it better when they snap into place? Do they move under bub? Alrighty, so that comes down to your cover. So if you need a good cover and you need a good fit. So in some brands through here, it can be very, very trim. So there's nappies that talk about being really, really trim. It's usually through the groin, a bit better on this one size. It's through here, okay? And in that case, you have to use their inserts because they will be made to be quite thin. I'm thinking of the baby behinds petites, which I think are still around. There's a few left. You have to use those inserts. It's very hard to use any other sort of insert in there. So yes, those need to be snapped in place. Otherwise, no, it doesn't really matter. You must make sure you have it sized really well if it's a one size. There's not many all-in-twos that are sized. Okay, make sure you size it and you size your insert and you get that good fit, pulling up through the groin, putting it around, okay? That's what's going to keep it in place. Otherwise, well, pre-folds wouldn't be so popular. So Lee, it's all about ensuring a really good fit. In saying that, I did say yesterday that when you boosting a nappy by adding more in there, you've got to think you've got layers upon layers upon layers when you're starting to boost. Alright. Okay, even if you're doing a trifold. Where's my trifold? Lost it. How do you lose stuff? There it is. Found it. Alright, so even if you've got a trifold and folded in 3, if you haven't got a good fit, this stuff is going to move. So we've found with a pocket, it does better at staying there and causes a bit of friction to keep it in place with the pocket. So when we talked about the all-in-ones, having that pocket to boost can help keep it in place. Some of the brands that are very trim, you generally need to use their boosters because they are sized to go in and make sure you still get a really good fit. So need to look, and it can be hard to move them about. Nappies with a little bit of a wider groin, I'm not talking, you know, a bucket, with a wider groin gives you more options as to what you are going to do. Alrighty. Yeah. Any questions? Chuck them up. I thought I would show this one. So there's always questions about which way, when I do one size, do I fold the extra material. Can I do it on this one? Yeah, I can do it on this one. Alrighty, so I'll put it down to newborn. So if you've got anybody who's just starting going, which way does the blood go? There's graphics out there. I love the graphics. Okay. It does not go like this. Jory, this is my display. It does not go like that with it poking up. So your fingers don't go in down. Why? Because there's your wicking. It's going to wick right there. So you've got material. So I'll turn it around so it doesn't point down. It points up. And you can see it looks much neater. And on the front, there's no wicking and your fingers go up. There you go. So anyone who's just started with their one size, you want it pointing up and make sure there's no wicking. Okay, sometimes you can sit on the bulb a bit like that. That's fine. As long as you've got nothing on the inside poking out. Alrighty. So, all in twos. The absorbency is separate to the shell. The shell can be used for, can I do it? Can be used for fitteds, their inserts, pre-folds, gives you lots of versatility, lots of options. If you have a wider groin, you can stuff it for boosting. Yeah, and you're starting to see more all in twos in newborn, which is pretty good too. There you go. Oh, and you get to upgrade your inserts. All in twos give you versatility. Lots of versatility, and there's no folding when it comes to like a pre-fold. And a cover. So there's one option. So, and I swear you can get any material in a all-in-two. If you think of it, I'm sure I've seen minky and bamboo. Far out. So you can get any material that you would like in an all-in-two because they are so popular. So that's why they're popular. So when you're thinking about which do I want, all-in-two is good, but do you want to be snapping in and out? I think that's the biggest question you have to ask yourself. Do you want to be snapping it in and out? Do you want the economy of buying more inserts and reusing the covers, or at least having less covers and more inserts and letting them dry daily? That's it. I haven't got much more to say, my darlings. Alrighty. Lunchtime. I'm going to go have lunch. Okay. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm wondering what we should do. I'm wondering if I do pockets. I might do pockets. I might go backwards, actually. You know how I usually do this. I usually start with flats and work up to all in twos. I might go backwards and we'll do pockets tomorrow. And I'll show you some pockets. So I'll show you the apple cheeks pocket and the baby behind's pocket and the rumparoo's pocket and what makes them unique and beautiful and why you might consider a pocket nappy. Alrighty. Pleasure, Lee. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone. It is smoking hot here. I'm sweating. I hope if I take this off. Have a beautiful Wednesday. I will talk to you tomorrow. It will be around lunchtime, I reckon. That's when I'm going to do them. Take care. Share the video with your friends if they can help them. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.